Okay, I know what I am getting myself into. I know it's gonna be raining dislikes, but I can't be not honest. I have to be honest. Disney Plus' latest movie, Rise, is based on a true story and follows a Nigerian family who migrate to Greece and start over. And is the telling of Giannis Antetokounmpo, who is a famous basketball NBA player I've never heard of. And half of the viewers left the chat.
As if millions of voices suddenly cried out in terror and were suddenly silenced.
No, but seriously, I want to propose this. The only real value I'm going to add to the conversation probably is, does this movie stand on its own without knowing anything about the world of sports, in particular basketball? I'm not exaggerating when I say I never pay attention whenever someone talks about sports, and I never watch anything. And also, I'm European, so I'm not into the NBA draft. I didn't even know what NBA draft is.
You what?
Hello, fellow Disney Plus watcher. It's nice to talk with you about Disney Plus today. If you love Disney as much as I do and enjoy talking about it, why not click the subscribe button to stay up to date, and please give it a like because it helps the video and the channel. Thank you so much. Don't worry, there will be no spoilers in this review, except when you are very knowledgeable of the real life Giannis Antetokounmpo. Okay, let me try that again. Antetokounmpo. I think that was close enough. So, but if you know his story, then you've already been spoiled. Look at that. You see what you did? You spoiled this movie, man. Okay, take all the real life context away. Forget that it's a biopic for a second. So what do we have here? I would say this movie is a safe win. A very safe win. This is one of those movies I can't find many problems with. But it also, you know, it meanders around in the void of existence without much new to say. Is that a problem? Well, since every movie in existence has been unnecessary, no. Remember, I can only critique this movie from my perspective as a movie. I want to make clear again that if someone would tell me that I was the one human on this planet that quantifiably knows the least about sports, I would believe that person. That's how ignorant I am in this field. So, a pretty decent movie, and I mean it. I enjoyed seeing what the family had to go through. The systemic racism part of the story is well done. How the family keeps running into trouble trying to get their visas in order. I mean, I'm down with understanding what it's like to hustle with being an illegal immigrant. The movie spent quite a lot of time on that aspect of the story. I mean, fortunately, there's not a lot of people who are blatant racists in this film just to be racist, as to me that would have felt a bit too on the nose. I mean, 99% of human beings aren't true racists, right? I mean, find a true skin color discriminator who's purely motivated by intolerance of seeing another person wearing another color of skin. That's ridiculous. Good luck with finding a person like that. Nobody cares. It's more in the problems are more in the history of America, the systems it develops, the pay gaps, the people it's bringing in or leaving out, you know, all that. The movie wisely shows glimpses of the immigration debate and shows us in multiple scenes that the system of residency is just a little rotten and unfair to people. My favorite scenes in the movie are the scenes where Charles, the father of Giannis, is sitting down at the IND office trying to convince them to just give them those residence permits. He can prove himself all he wants, and we see that the woman at IND feels guilty about what she's doing, but she feels stuck at her position. And the movie did a good job of conveying the tragedy of the situation in a few uncomfortable scenes. I believe this woman wanted to help, but she couldn't. The tone of the movie, some of the shots, and the colors and all that, they're warm, and the film looks nice. It doesn't have a very distinct style, but it's still well done. My favorite shot in the movie was one where we start with the camera upside down on the basketball court and then slowly turning around and zooming out at the same time, expanding on the shot and showing us the vastness of the court. To me, there are basically two nitpicks. The first one is due to my knowledge of sports and the lack thereof. The film started to lose me a bit in the third act, where Giannis is starting to move closer to his stardom. A lot of very specific deals have to be made, and for a short while the film lost me on why and how certain deals have to be arranged for Giannis. That's totally on me, but maybe good to know if you don't care for sports either. And the other nitpick is the title. I know this is the tiniest of nitpicks, but still. Why call your movie Rise?
Why?
Wow! That's literally the most generic word to use in a title. Star Wars, The Rise of Skywalker, Rise of the Guardians. G.I. Joe, The Rise of Cobra. Minions, The Rise of Gru. That's a little bit cheap, but let alone have it as your only word in the title. I know it's advertised with the subtitle Family of Champions, but it's not part of the title in any further record or on IMDb or on Disney Plus or whatever. Rise is the best they could come up with. The performances in this movie are very, very fine. No one stands out in a good or bad way. Maybe that's a nitpick too. I wasn't moved by any performances, also not taken aback by any of them. Again, the movie is a very, very safe win. Overall, this movie works fine. Only some scenes in the last act leave someone like me behind, but other than that, no problem watching this movie as a sports noob. I'm sure this movie will be very emotional for some people, which is great. For me, it's the definition of a safe bet. It doesn't outshine any movie in anything for me, but has a good cast, some good commentary on some parts of the American system and immigration. Not much to review. Honestly, there's not much to review. That might be one of the most important things to know. Truly, it's pretty straightforward. So would I recommend it? No. I mean, are you surprised? There are tons of movies to watch. So would I recommend this one? No. But if you are a basketball fan, you probably should though. Now it's up to you. What did you think about Rise? Let me know in the comments below. I'm thinking about wrapping this up. Thank you so much for watching. Did you like this video? Then there's a simple way to show support. Thank you so much. For now, have a wonderful day and see ya.